What is going on YouTube? I got another video for you guys today. In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys another one of my money making methods. We're going to be buying items from NPCs and then selling them on the Grand Exchange for a profit. Womp 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 womp. Subscribe. The first thing I'm gonna do real quick is get rid of my cash stack, and then I'm gonna take out 10 mil so we can clearly see our profit. Okay guys, so I was recently flipping on the GE and I noticed a very big increase in sharks. Now I'm not sure why, it could be because of an event of some sort, but the sharks were selling all the way up to 830 to 848 gold. But what's even more crazy than this is if you go back to the RuneScape page, it actually shows back 3 months ago that sharks were as low as 440 gold. So that means they've actually gone 2 times in value in stock. I was casually flipping them, but then I realized I actually knew where to get these. So with this information in mind, I went to the Grand Exchange, I went and I bought one shark for max price, and then I went and I sold that same shark for the lowest price so that we can see our margins. And to my surprise, it was actually true. You could see here that the sharks actually bought at 846 coins, and then they actually sold at 840 coins, giving us plenty of margins to work with at a very high price than normal. So after doing some research, I found that there was an NPC that actually sells these sharks, and it was located in Port Persilius. I still can't get that right. So I decided to use the fishing teleport and then make my way over to Great Corrend. From there, all I had to do was make my way onto the ship, charter the ship, and then make my way over to Port Persilius. I think I got it this time. Once there, I could just make my way up the dock until I ran into Frankie with the bread icon. And here's where things get really interesting. So you can actually buy sharks here from this guy. He stocks 25 sharks at a time, and they cost roughly 192 to 212 coins. Now as you can see from earlier, you can actually sell these sharks between 840 and 846 gold. That is over 600 gold per shark. The only worry I really had about this method was the bank isn't actually the closest, so there is a little bit of walk time once you run out of stamina. However, with the profit margins being so high, 600 times 28, you're getting so much per run that I think this might be worth it. Because my initial thought process was if it takes 1 to 2 minutes to bank, then you would theoretically be making 17,000 GP per 1 to 2 minutes. And the only way to figure that out was to run some sort of test. So what I decided to come up with was I was going to do 10 minutes of these sharks, and I was going to go back and forth from the bank, and after that all I really had to do was calculate that number and multiply it by 6 to get your gold per hour. I just wanted to say that as I was doing this, I ran out of stam on the 3rd run, but after the first trip I realized a unique technique that I could do is on the way there I would walk, and on the way back I would run, and I found this sped up the process a lot. I also want to note that I did do this at roughly 4 in the morning Eastern time, so as you can see in the log there, most worlds only had 300 or less people, so there was no problem actually getting the items. Alright guys, so the 10 minutes is over, and I was actually able to get 171 sharks, which I think is really reasonable for this method. I also in the future want to try it using DB potions, because even though there's an additional cost, that run stamina, that extra bonus will apply for so long that it could actually probably get you so many more trips. With that in mind, I want to finish this one first, so let's go ahead to the Grand Exchange and see how much money we've made. Because it's been around half an hour, I decided to quickly recheck the prices, and to my surprise, they're still 846 to 840, so I went ahead on the Grand Exchange and put in my offer, and I waited for them to sell. Alright, so because sharks are so popular, it was no surprise, but they sold within like 5 minutes, and so let's go ahead to our price checker now so we can see how much money we've made. Nice, so in 10 minutes we made 112k with 761 and change. So I went ahead and multiplied this by 6 to get our total profits for an hour, and you actually get 676.5k. But it still daunted me the fact that I hadn't tried it with stamina potions, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy 1 stamina potion because you probably need 1 per 10 minutes, and I'm going to try this method again using stamina potion. I also need to reset my cash, so I'm going to go ahead and take out 10 mil just like previous, and take out 1 stamina pot and make my way back over to do the 10-minute testing. After this, I waited for full stam, and my goal was to pop the stamina potion at the start of the 10 minutes. And immediately I noticed a huge difference. The stamina potions allowed me to run pretty much the entire way through the 10 minutes, which made it almost twice as faster to get to the bank. I was averaging at around 28 seconds there and then 28 seconds back. With world hops, I would say roughly 45 seconds per grab. The best part is, at the end of the 10 minutes, I actually ran out of stam, but I still had 1 drink left for my stamina pot, making it not even a full stamina pot and $7,500 extra coins. At the end of this, I was actually able to get over 200 sharks, and I was really happy with my haul, and I was really happy that I ended up doing the second testing, even though it was 6 in the morning. Alright guys, so we ended off here at roughly, we'll say 10 minutes and 58 seconds. I did have a little bit of a lag time to get back to the bank, so that extra one I guess shouldn't count, but we're gonna count it anyways because I'm too tired to figure out the math. And so we ended up with 244 sharks, minus 7,500 coins, obviously for the stamina potion that we used 3/4 of. Alright, well, because they're sharks, they sold off really fast, so we didn't have to worry about it too much. It took maybe 3 minutes and they were sold. But we're gonna go ahead to the price checker now and do the math roughly here. So it looks like we made 172,324 coins. We're gonna go ahead and subtract that 7,500 for the stamina potion cost, and then we're gonna multiply that number by 6 to get our gold per hour. And we ended up with just under a mil, which was 988.9k per hour. So even if we take off that last trip, it'll still be 900k plus. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time.